YouTubers, what's going on? My name is Benny. Today I want to do a quick tutorial for you guys how to use After Effects for Dummies. I have a lot of friends who have a lot of nice clips they use in Battlefield or whatever, Call of Duty, whatever is your game. They use shadow play and they have a bunch of clips and don't know how to make it into a montage or a video. So first thing first, you want to import your files. I've already did some prep work and set the layers numbered in the order that I wanted them, and I already created a montage, but I'm gonna choose just 4 of those clips over here, and I added them into my project area. Next thing, I'm dragging those clips into a new composition. That's the new composition button, and I'm creating a composition. I like the layers to be sequenced. You can disable that. I'll show you what happens if it's disabled. All your layers are starting and finishing at the same time, and you'll only end up seeing the one that is on the top. To fix that, you can either do it from the start in the sequence layer when you drag it into the new composition button, or you can highlight all the layers you're using, right click and click on keyframe assistance, sequence layers. Over here, the duration of the overlapping, I like it just a little bit of overlapping. That's minutes, that's seconds, and that's milliseconds or frames. I set it to like 25 milliseconds, just so I'll have like a smoother crossover between the layers. And you have 2 options of transition. You can have none, you can dissolve front layer, cross dissolve the front and back layers. I just like the first option, dissolve front layer. Click OK, and you can see that now what happened is that the timeline I've set in the beginning, it was because it wasn't sequence, it was only for 3 minutes, and now it's cutting off in my workspace the 3 remaining clips. To fix that, you go to your composition, and that's this little image right here. You right click on that and you click composition settings. From here you can see the duration of that composition. It's 3 minutes and 24 milliseconds, and since I have 4 clips, I'm gonna, and every clip is 3 minutes, that's my default time for using shadow play. I'm gonna change that to 12 minutes will be the actual time of the clips. I want to set it for 13 minutes because I want to show you guys something. Alright, you can see now that my work area has been extended. I got an extra area. I can move this ruler over here of the work area. That's the render area. The ruler below the work area is the render area. That's the actual part you're gonna end up rendering, the clips you want to render at the end. And when I have it set for 13 minutes and my clips are ending at 12 minutes, I'll end up with 1 minute of black screen in my video, and of course you don't want that. To fix it, you go to your, let's make a preview. Stop the preview. Refresh disabled caps lock. That's right. Okay. If you click caps lock, it's disable RAM rendering. You have to do that at the end. We'll go over that. So you use this little, I don't know how to call it, like bar, the bar that you're sliding, to find your last frame of the clip, for your last clip. You can also zoom in and zoom out over here to make sure you don't miss anything. Alright, so this is my last frame, and I don't want to cut it out. I want just after the last frame. Okay, over here. And if you hit N for November, it moves the render area, jumps it to the finish of the last frame. Okay, next thing I want to go over with you guys is how to crop layers. So I'm gonna zoom out again, and let's say I want to crop part of layer number 3 or layer number 2. Okay, I want to crop layer number 2. So I highlight layer number 2 and I click spacebar to start with the preview of that layer. And this bit right here is actually fine, but let's say I want to start the clip from here, like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay, so in order for me to have my clip cropped or start from this beginning, from this part, I'm gonna crop it. The way you do it is you hold Ctrl+Shift+D for delta. Right. It's not highlighted. Now it's highlighted. Ctrl+Shift+D. And as you can see, it's split between the so I see that I end up doing 3 anyway. It split the layers, layer number 3, between the part that I want at the end now to the part I didn't want at the beginning. It's just for an example. Actually, the important part was in the beginning. And after you do that, you go and you mark the bit you don't want, and you click delete. Notice that you end up with like a blank area, and your fourth layer, which is set up to be the first layer in this total, you have like a gap of a few minutes, of 2 minutes and 15 seconds to be exact. And you don't want that because you end up with a black screen between the in the video itself. You end up with a 2 minutes of black screen. To get rid of. Alright, so as I was saying, after you crop the part you didn't want out of the layers, there is a gap between layer number 4 and layer number 3. To get rid of that, you go to you highlight all the layers and you right click on it and go to keyframe assistant, sequence layers, and you sequence the layers again. And I want the whole thing to start over here. I'm just gonna drag it. Click B for beginning of the render area. Okay, so now you know how to crop the layers as well and sequence them. Another thing I want to go over with you guys is the preview over here. You can first of all, when you want to watch a specific layer, you need to highlight and double click. It will bring it up here. To start watching that layer, you have to click the spacebar or play stop. Alright, and you will see it's like pixelated. The reason it's pixelated is because I set the preview setup to quarter. If you keep it the way it was on default, it's gonna be on full or half. It's gonna take a lot of time for the video to be processed for preview, and it's gonna lag. So change that into quarter. It's over here in your composition name. It's composition 1. Change the settings to quarter. Alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to let's say everything is set up properly. I set the render area properly, and I want to render. So let's go over your basic render settings. You go to composition and you click add to render queue, and you can see that's my render area. When I'm done, I can click render and it will start rendering. And let's go over the settings. The render setting is set to best. When you click on it, a window will pop up. You can see the quality. Make sure it's on best. Resolution full. size, that's my monitor size, so I got a crappy old monitor. This cache read only, keep all that good stuff the same. Use composition frame rate, don't change it to something lower than that. YouTube is now running on 60 FPS anyway. If you have a monitor that has 144 frames per second, then you can change that to 60 Hz. There's no point of adding more frames because YouTube is only able to run at 60 FPS anyway. But you can keep it on 144, it's just gonna take a whole lot longer to render. So I keep mine on 59.792, it's the default time for my composition frame rate. And output model, you have to click on the lossless blue icon. This is the format, it can be AVI. Everyone on YouTube is saying QuickTime is better, so I changed mine to QuickTime also. Video format, you want to go into format options and you want to make sure that your video codec is H.264. It's going to save you a lot of time and space on your computer. Click OK. Bloody small screen. Smooth that up. Okay. Audio output, make sure it's on auto or on. 48 kilohertz is fine. Click OK. Over here you got your destination folder. Choose your right destination folder for your needs. And before you click render, there's another trick I want to show you guys. First of all, remember before that caps lock was on, I disabled my RAM rendering. So now I want to reactivate caps lock. Just hit once to activate caps lock, and it's not gonna steal RAM from your computer while it's rendering. It's not gonna give you the preview. And another thing, if you click Shift while holding Shift, you go to Edit, Preferences, and you hit General, and the Preferences tab pops up. And because I've already done that, you don't see something pretty cool that I'll show you in a bit. Right here, click OK, do it again. I'm holding Shift, click Edit, Preferences, and I hit General. Edit, Preferences, General. There we go. See, now a secret tab popped up, and also I think it's pretty cool. It's called the secret tab. Not only that it was secret, but it's also called the secret tab. If you check those two boxes, mine I already checked because I checked them just before. Disable layer cache and ignore sequence rendering. It's gonna save you a whole lot of time of render. And also purge every blah frames during make movie. Set it for 2. I've heard from someone on YouTube that that's the best settings for it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click render now, and you will see, first of all, I can see my RAM is significantly lower than the time I used before. It's only using like 40% RAM instead of the 67-70% RAM I used when I did have RAM render on. And that will be all. I'll post this video later on YouTube, and you can request anything you want, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and till next time, I was Benny, Go86. Later.